Hello and welcome to an Alpha 7 Energy presentation. My name is Grant McLaughlin and I'm one of the senior partners within the organisation, and I'd like to introduce you to...
Hi, I'm Dylan Knight, the co-founder and one of the senior partners.
And I'm Pete Fagan, an original investor with Alpha 7 Energy and now a senior partner. I'm based in Sydney, Australia.
Yeah. Now, Alpha 7 Energy, best known as ASE, is an international energy corporation established back in May 2017 with our HQ in Dallas, Texas, and an office located within the CBD of Sydney. ASE offers direct oil and gas ownership model, which is fully managed and is structured to generate monthly residual income. Now, we do have a special announcement to make, and this is the first time we've officially disclosed this information to the general public, and Pete will explain more later.
Thanks. Now first, due to the pandemic, global production levels have been cut significantly. The natural decline curve in operating wells, restricted investment capital in new projects positions Alpha 7 Energy with low completion costs with significant upside potential as the world oil demand increases.
Since COVID-19, the oil and gas industry in the US faces many challenges, such as 85% of companies having to close in their wells due to these low oil prices, or even worse, file for bankruptcy. A lack of Wall Street funds made available to oil and gas companies for future development, and perhaps the most telling fact is the current active rig count throughout the US dropping to 185 rigs, down from 788 at this time last year.
Now, during the past 6 months through 2020, we've seen some of the toughest global conditions seen in decades. ASE has been able to absolutely flourish. This is because we carry very little to no debt, offer an equity-based model for investors, and have low operational costs. In addition, up to 90% of the whole ASE team has ownership in the company and skin in the game regards physical projects and wells we invest in. And also we invest alongside our investors, so our interests are fully aligned.
Alpha 7 Energy has achieved a number of major milestones in the last 12 months, having acquired a 24,000 acre lease from billionaire the late T. Boone Pickens. We've drilled multiple wells on multiple leases. We've purchased 2 drilling rigs at the value of $8 million, and we're looking to acquire additional leases in South Texas. This ensures we have sufficient projects in our pipeline for our investors.
Up to 90% of global investors lack diversification within their investment portfolios. Most investors have been programmed to stick to property and, of course, the stock market. Investing in direct ownership in oil and gas wells not only diversifies one's portfolio, but it allows investors to earn US dollars on a calendar monthly basis for every project you have an ownership in. As ASE develops out multiple oil and gas leases over the next 5 to 7 years, investors have the opportunity to build their own oil and gas portfolio with the team here at Alpha 7 Energy.
Now, over the past 3 years, we have perfected a proven pathway for non-US resident investors to access exclusive oil and gas projects located within the United States. Each investor has shareholdings in the individual phase of the project through a special purpose entity and receive direct asset ownership in the wells in those facilities. This generates a monthly residual income through the sales of oil and gas for the life of each well.
We have a lower risk business model offering investors direct participation in oil and gas assets. Investors are our partners on the project and therefore hedge out company risk. They benefit directly from oil and gas sales. Now, project selection is a critical part of the process. We target proven oil fields that are underdeveloped, and all projects are fully vetted by independent third-party expert teams.
We have 2 models, our most popular and profitable being direct oil and gas ownership. This provides investor partners with monthly residual income through oil and gas sales, with the average estimated return on investment of between 500 to 700% over the life of the well. Our second option, an asset-backed oil and gas equity builder. This gives the investor partner event repayments through our drilling program. The initial investment is fully secured against our equipment, with an estimated return of investment of between 122 and up to 300%.
Now, by investing directly at the source, known as a working interest, the investors create diversification within their investment portfolio and receive the ability to generate the all-important residual income, which is paid in US dollars for the life of each well, or receive a lump sum payment upon the 5 to 7 year exit strategy. The way that we structured these direct ownership model is to give access to the investors some of the most attractive tax benefits found globally.
Now, the major highlights proving up our lease in Seminole County include drilling multiple wells back to back, reaching target depths on all wells, discovering 2 additional pay zones, securing additional acreage in the area, and as Grant mentioned earlier, we're happy to report for the first time that we've discovered the Meisner Formation on our lease.
Yes, we did.
The investor production expectations on these wells were 50 to 70 barrels per day. Based on petrochemical drilling logs, we have the potential to produce hundreds, if not thousands of barrels per day on these wells.
Yes, we do.
With the global pandemic in the first half of 2020, Alpha 7 Energy was presented with an opportunity to purchase 2 drilling rigs. The first rig is geared towards the drilling of our shallow wells to a depth of around 4,400 feet in Seminole County, Oklahoma. And the second rig is capable of drilling deep horizontal wells, the likes of ExxonMobil and BP drill, which can be as deep as 10 to 12,000 feet, with horizontal legs of also 10 to 12,000 feet. We were able to acquire these rigs for 15 to 20 cents on the dollar, thus allowing ASE to offer this asset-backed, fully secured investment opportunity, which is ideal for the more conservative investor with a lower risk tolerance threshold.
Yeah, to the best of our knowledge, ASE is the first to offer this type of investment structure within the oil and gas direct ownership space. It is designed to allow investors with a low risk appetite to have their investment secured against physical assets. The repayments are event driven and not oil based production driven. Yet, this is the kicker, having direct interest paid in oil and gas ownership, thus creating an opportunity to receive monthly residual income for between 20 to 50 years. And that's after the principal has been repaid.
We're proud to offer and support investors through a due diligence process. This instills confidence and assurance that all bases are covered and investors have the information needed to make a fully informed investment decision.
As a new investor partner in any of Alpha 7 Energy's projects, you will receive full access to our investor portal for every project you have an ownership in. You get access to our 24/7 live camera feed during the drilling and completion of each of our wells that you have an ownership in. You get an introduction to our Dallas-based attorney to set up your US company, which is your LLC, a limited liability company, as well as access to our contacts at Prosperity Bank to open up your US personal business banking account, which will receive investors' monthly income.
Now, 2020 has been a year that most people will never forget, yet ASE has truly been a flourish through these challenging times, and the momentum is building with multiple projects and opportunities in development. For the remainder of 2020 and beyond, we will continue to drill another 7 to 10 wells at Seminole County, Oklahoma, secure more rigs and equipment, and continue to drill out multiple wells at the famous Mesa Vista Ranch and our soon-to-be secured String of Pearls project in Texas. ASE is perfectly positioned to maximize the opportunity created by COVID-19 and the massive shift in the oil and gas sector. ASE and our investors' interests are strategically aligned, which mitigates risks and also optimize the individual project's return on investment. As we mentioned, we have 2 investment models which suit most investor types with multiple opportunities which ASE investors have the first right of refusal. We do target returns of between 133 up to 700% on a per project basis. Now, finally, for all qualified investors that have a minimum of $75,000 to invest for a limited time, we're offering a personal presentation for you to come into our Dallas or Sydney headquarters or do a Zoom meeting where you can see the physical evidence of the well logs of the ASE 1 and 2, the Holy Grail, the Meisner, see the revenue calculator and other key information, and truly understand the vision of ASE, more importantly, the direct benefits for you as an investor. We look forward to connecting with you soon. My name is Grant McLaughlin.
Thank you. I'm Dylan Knight.
And I'm Pete Fagan.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.